The dating crisis is at an all-time high. We've got guys smashing their bones and cheeks for women. We've got random guys online proclaiming to be dating app coaches, trying to convince you that fixing your dating life is only about taking better pictures for your online dating profile. When study after study, it has been proven that dating apps work best for men who are more attractive. But worst of all, we have men literally dropping out of the dating market because they are so confused on what they should do to fix their dating life and finally get out of this dating crisis that is pretty much affecting nearly everyone in society now. But to be honest with you, I actually relate 100% with every single one of these guys, because if it wasn't for the stuff that I'm about to share with you in this video, I would have been in the exact same situation. Matter of fact, let me play you a quick snippet of my journey up until now. My name is Dan Ferrari, and in my early 20s, I was completely confused and lost when it comes to dating. I didn't know how to attract the women I wanted. I didn't know how to speak to the women that I wanted, but that all changed when I decided to dedicate 5 years of my early 20s to mastering attraction, social dynamics, female psychology, and networking. And following that phase of my life completely changed. Today, I go on at least one date a week with a super attractive woman without even trying. I also live a lifestyle that I pretty much dreamed of since the very beginning. But most importantly, not only was I able to meet even more attractive, high quality women, but I was able to make even more money and live a lifestyle that I can only dream of. So now let's talk about what is the actual way to attract women in 2026, 2027, and beyond. First of all, let's start by breaking down what doesn't actually work. And there is two big lies that you have been sold for your entire life. And the first lie is that you need to make money to attract women. Let me make this extremely fucking clear. You do not need to be rich to date attractive, hot, stunning, smoking hot women. I don't know how many adjectives of hot and stunning you want me to come up with, but that is not true, especially if you are a successful man. Please, please, please do not lead with money, because all that's going to lead you to is the woman seeing that you're using this to compensate for what I'm exactly about to talk to you about, and then she's going to still date you and use you for your resources, and at the end of the date, she's going to say, when it's time to go home, oh, I am so tired, I need to go home, I'll meet you another day, I'll meet you next time. Meanwhile, she's actually going to her broke lover and having sex with him and doing all the naughty things under the fucking sun. So please do not lead with money. All money does, it just helps you go to a nicer bar or drive a better car or go on a better holiday. But if the woman who you're doing these things with doesn't love you for you, but she loves you because of the experiences you provide her, well, all it needs is another man to provide better experiences to come along and snatch her up. So you're playing a losing game. The only thing that she cannot replace is you for who you are, as cliche as it sounds, but I will show you exactly how to do it. So make sure to stick around to the end of the video, because I'm going to go into detail on what exactly you should be doing. The second lie that most men have been sold is that you need to be attractive. The only thing being attractive actually does is it gives you an extra 30 seconds of the girl's attention to actually convey your value and convey your attractiveness. The attractiveness is not your looks. Looks just buys you extra time because you're more easy on the eye. But the second the stuff that comes out of your mouth or the way that you behave is actually unattractive to women, it doesn't matter how beautiful you are, she is still going to reject you. This is why there is still attractive guys out there who actually struggle with women. Yes, believe it or not, it does fucking happen. And this leads me to one of the biggest revelation of dating that you will come across, is that women ask one fucking single question every time they meet a man to decide whether they're going to sleep with him or not. And the question is as follows: is this man in front of me right now behaving like he already gets women? Does this guy look like he already gets laid? Is this guy behaving in a way where he has options, or is he just behaving like a needy, insecure, sex-deprived dude? And this is called an honest signal, which is basically the stuff that you can't buy and you cannot fake. And the reason why women look at honest signals, which basically is your behavior to determine whether you are a man who actually has options and abundance in his life, is because women go for men who already have been chosen by women. Because if a bunch of other women have chosen you, or you appear like the type of man who behaves like a lot of women have chosen him, well, now all of a sudden she feels more comfortable to choose you because other women have chosen you. Therefore, this must mean that you are the right man to choose. This is how the primal female brain operates. Women want men who have already been chosen by other women because that makes you the safe choice. No woman wants to try to go with a guy who no other woman has chosen before. She doesn't want to be the trial and risk getting pregnant with a guy who's the wrong man. So they look at the man other women are choosing. Now, the good news for men is that that behavior can actually be learnt, because that is simply learning the language of women, the language of attraction for women, which is the #1 skill that will fix 80% of your dating life in 2026 and beyond. Because developing the skill of understanding what women find attractive and communicating that to them effortlessly is going to set you apart from 99% of men out there. If you're not able to see a woman that you find attractive in the street, at the gym, in the supermarket, or whatever the case may be, and go and have a conversation with her and generate attraction, you are fucking cooked. How the fuck do you want to survive in the dating crisis that we are going through right now if you do not understand simple female psychology, simple things like creating attraction? It doesn't matter how much money or how much looks maxing you do, she is not going to fuck you. You have to fucking understand this, because if the honest signals, aka your behavior, does not align with who you're portraying to be, she is going to see through this and she's going to use you for the resources and your insecurity, and she's going to go and fuck the guy who has less money, is less attractive than you, but understands how to trigger her primal attraction triggers. If you do not understand how to get her number, if you don't understand how to text her in a way that she's going to agree to come on a date with you, if you don't understand how to run the date and how to take her home from that date and how to get her to see you again, how do you want to succeed with women if you have no fucking clue of how to do any of these things? There is genuinely no enough amount of online dating profile optimization, backdrop maxing, looks maxing, life maxing, whatever the fucking maxing thing you're trying to do or you're believing in right now, that you can do to fix your dating life more than simply learning the language of women and understanding how to communicate with women in an attractive way. That is 90% of the game. If you want to optimize your dating profile, I can show you how to do it in one fucking day. If you want to optimize your Instagram, same thing. These are the lowest ROI things to do. Because if you still do these things and say, okay, you happen to get a date, you're going to fuck up the date. And you're going to say, oh, fuck, but I did the Instagram, I did the fucking stuff, and I did this, and I did that, and I wore some jewelry, and I paid for the dinner, and I made her laugh, but she still ghosted me the next day. And this is the cost of failing to understand and learn about honest signals. If you want to see what good honest signals look like in real life, you can watch this video where I am approaching a extremely attractive 21-year-old woman outside in the street and talking to her for a few minutes, and then ended up going on a date with her literally a few minutes after we have met. This is live, real interactions with real women from myself, so that you can see the magic in real time. Click around in the video here that appears on the screen to watch it. And if you want to fix your dating life once and for all, check out the links in the description. And I will see you on the next one. Peace out.